Hello, Jester Good here. Today we're reviewing the LEGO Cars 3 Smokey's Garage Set. This has 116 pieces and retails for either $20 because it's $20 at Target or $25, which is how much it is on Walmart. So we'll see which one's the real price. Anyways, let's take a look at the builds. So going on to the build, we got our 3 cars, this little kind of work shed area with even a little crane, and then of course the garage itself. So let's first look at Lightning McQueen. So here is Lightning McQueen. This is an exclusive version to the set. This is sort of like his makeover that I guess Smokey gives him. And this is really cool because it has lots of nice gold finish to it with the paint. So you can see on the top, 95 Lightning McQueen, all that is gold. The Rusty's logo on the tail is gold. And even on the hood right there, which looks awesome. And he looks really happy about it as well. So all of that is nice, and of course this is a new style car. So if you compare it to one from 2011, the actual look of them is the same and the scale is the same, but there's little differences. For example, there's a 1x2 tile at the front instead of a 1x2 plate. They used a new tail piece right here, which if you don't know how that works, it's a modified 1x2 plate, and that just kind of clips onto the end. And this whole middle section is just one piece, which the old one was built kind of from the ground up with different plates, but this is one piece that you attach the wheels on, which you can see the wheels are a little bit different from this example of Lightning McQueen from 2011. But the only bad thing I don't like about this whole organic one mold, now Lightning McQueen cannot have a bumper like the old one did, which I really missed that. But that is it for this Lightning McQueen. Let's take a look at the other cars. So here's Smokey, and he's an older style pickup truck. He actually has a nice dark orange coloring to him. And they also use the newer front piece right here, which they also used with Sheriff. And if you want to know how that works, it just kind of slips on the front like that. And it works similar to, say, a Lightning McQueen front, and then there's those 2 studs right there, which you just kind of put a tile on. His face right here with the eyes is actually also the same one used with Sheriff, but with a different coloring and some different kind of designs for the windows on the side. And you kind of see how that works because it was harder to take it off with Sheriff, but that has a 2x4 brick type design with kind of slopes going down. On the side, since it uses the same base as Lightning McQueen, you do have 2 studs just kind of showing there. They didn't even like cover it up, which looks a little bit weird, but they do cover up this part right here with 2x2s on each side. And on the back, you do have the little flat bed right here, which they just stick 2 little bricks to kind of symbolize some hay is being stuck on right there. And because it uses the same thing that, say, a Lightning McQueen does, you can't have a license plate on the back, which kind of makes me sad. So that's it for Smokey, and now let's take a look at Junior Moon. So here is Junior Moon, not Sheriff. They look very similar, but there are some differences. I mean, they even have blue eyes. And of course, Sheriff comes in the Willie's Butte set, and Junior Moon comes in this set, Smokey's Garage. But the design of him is actually based off of an old racer who used to have a little moonshine thing going down, and I think it's actually voiced by that same racer, so that's kind of interesting. There's a nice kind of coloring with this silver all around. You can even see on this 2x4 right here, which is printed, of course, because it is a junior set, and on the windows right there, there's a nice silver shine to it. On the back, little trunk, there's even a logo that says Moonshine to it, and you have this little logo right here, and a little bit of coloring and everything to kind of show what is left of a trunk. And the back also has a little bit of shine with the windows right there. And with his front face, of course, you got some shines with the grill up there. And his eyes are actually a little bit lighter than Sheriff's in a blue coloring, but they look kind of similar. Either way, that is it for Junior Moon, and now let's go on to the actual build itself. So back to the build, you do have the garage right here, which I like how it could fit 2 cars on there. You got that little ramp where you would put Lightning McQueen so you could get his little makeover, and also an area for Smokey to kind of just observe and work on him. But either way, the design inside here, it's very open space, so it's something that I don't think a lot of adults will like, which of course this is first aimed toward kids, so that's okay, but I always look at it from an adult's perspective to see if, people like me would like it, if people like me should buy it, and that's just my opinion on it. Either way, there's this printed kind of brick design on this wall right here, which is actually a little window panel, and you could flip that open and close it. Other than that, there's also this little hook kind of holding on to some tires, which is kind of pointless. It's really just for design. It's not for customization, because you can see Lightning McQueen has the same tires on him. There's also these 2 little bottles right here, which it shows the Cars drinking it, so I think that might be the moonshine oil or whatever they want to put a little Cars twist to it. And then there's these two little tools right there. There's a sign that says Smokey's Garage, which is a great print. I want to see how people use that in Lego City, as well as another great print, which is this ramp right here with some oil on it and some skid marks. Then there's this little tool rack right here, which really doesn't make sense because, the Cars can't necessarily hold tools, even on the little Lego designs, unless you want to, I guess, stick one on the side of Smokey, which would look really weird and wouldn't really work in the way intended. And then they give you this little drawer right here, which holds two more tools. This is on wheels, so you can move it around. And they give you this crane, which is one of the most pointless cranes I've seen because it can't do anything related to the sets. Like, you don't add this little part right here, this little weight, to Lightning McQueen or anything. If you do try to use that to hold him up, the actual weight of this crane will fall over because he's too heavy. So that's what I thought it was at first, to like hold him up and work on him, but that doesn't even work either. So it's really just for design and not play, which is confusing and I think kind of bad for kids. I would think that they would add little parts to maybe customize Lightning McQueen, putting him on this little stand right here, but there's nothing to add to him in terms of his build. So that's kind of lame. There's nothing to swap out or anything. So that is it for the build of the set. Pretty weak build, but let's go on to the box and the final verdict. From the box, the side actually shows two of them sipping on some of whatever that is, that oil. And then on the back, you got some designs with the two racing. Here's the instructions, and the first image actually shows some use out of that crane, but the crane weight doesn't support him like that, so I don't even know what they're trying to do. And then on the back, there's an advertisement for this other sets. So overall, Smokey's Garage is one of the weaker sets in terms of the build, but one of the stronger sets in terms of the deal you get for cars, because it's $20 or $25 for 3 cars. And the design of Smokey and Junior Moon, I think, is really impressive because they have this older style to them. And then this Lightning McQueen, I think, might be my favorite Lightning McQueen because I love that gold finish. That's all great, but when you take a look at the build itself, it comes off very weak because it's a smaller build for kids, right? But it's not one that really translates to adults because of how, open space it is, which is fine for what it is. But then when you look at it from a kid's perspective, it's kind of lame. I mean, you would think there would be a way to customize Lightning McQueen with these pieces. I mean, they give you all these little tools and gadgets, but there's no way to swap anything out. I mean, what you have is what you get. They even give you like little tires. You could swap them out, but there's no difference between them. I would have liked some customization, maybe like Mater's Spy Zone from 2011, where they give you these little gadgets that you could kind of add on to Mater. I mean, they give you one thing to pick up with this, but that has nothing to do with Lightning McQueen. I mean, you can't really add that on him in a realistic way, I would say. So the crane is basically useless, and I think that's kind of disappointing in my opinion. So as a whole, I don't know if this one's a good value at $20 or $25, except for the characters themselves. So I'll end up rating this one a C. That's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Ha ha ha. Peace out. Bye.